welcome to the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl podcast, a place for you to find the courage you need to take the first step and every step thereafter to create the habits, the confidence, and the life that you love. I'm your host, health and life coach, Abby Hegney. Let's dive in. Welcome back to episode 24. How are you doing this week? I am doing incredible. This has been such a great week. And if you are on my email list or you follow me on social media, you have already heard me share this news. And if you're not, you have to get on my list. You have to follow me on social media. I can be found at Wellness with Abby H on Instagram, and you can go to my website, wellnesswithabbych.com, and get on my email list. I believe both of those are linked in the show details, so you can definitely go there for more information. But follow along because I share more in both of those places than the once a week that this podcast drops. So definitely get on that list, follow me on Instagram so you can get even more value and life-changing mindset tips and shifts to help you to create the habits, the confidence, and the life that you want. But if you are already on that list or you're already following me, you have heard me share that I enrolled in this high-level mastermind that my coach offers just twice a year. I have wanted to enroll in this mastermind for years, and every year I have talked myself out of it. But this year, that wasn't even an option. My mind did not go to that place of talking myself out of it. I felt so compelled to make this investment that not making it felt harder to me. I'm going to talk about how I made this decision next week because I think it'll be really helpful for you, especially if you struggle to invest in yourself, whether that's time or money or energy, because I had all of the same thoughts that I'm sure you have had. And I want to spend some time talking you through how I navigated that inner mean girl voice and how I was able to trust myself to make a decision that I love. So stay tuned for next week. I'm going to dive into that in more detail. But this week, we are going to talk about hard work. So often, I hear and I see women shying away from hard work. They tell themselves it's going to be too hard. And so they never even get started. Or they get started and then they convince themselves that it's too hard and they quit. And when we don't give ourselves the chance to start, or we don't allow ourselves to see it all the way through, there is no other option than to stay exactly where we are right now. And as I have said many times before on this podcast, when you want to create change in your life, staying where you are is the hardest place that you can be. The longer you stay there, the harder it becomes. And I want you to know that there is a difference between hard work and working hard. When most people say it's so hard, what they are actually referring to is working hard. Working hard is believing that you have to do all of the things. It's the all or nothing mentality where you go all in really hard until eventually you can't do it anymore and you give up. Working hard is doing all of the things that you think you need to or have to or should do, but you can't really keep it up because none of those things actually align with the life that you want to be living. So eventually you give up because you can't do it anymore. It's the start, stop cycle that you have been in. The restrictions, the deprivation, the yo-yo dieting, the New Year's resolutions that only last a month. It's working all hours of the day and night, believing that's what it takes to get yourself promoted or to get that raise, only to find that you are stressed out and burnt out and you end up looking for another job because you can't handle this one anymore. Working hard doesn't last. It feels heavy and never ending. Working hard feels like you're on a hamster wheel. It's spinning your wheels thinking that you're doing all of the things and not making any progress. Most of us can muscle up the willpower to work hard for a short amount of time, but eventually we burn out and we give up. Working hard is allowing your inner mean girl to call the shots. It's spending most of your time and energy every day battling yourself, telling yourself that you're failing, that what you're doing isn't enough, that it's not working, that you can't do it, that you should just give up. Working hard is thinking that you have to do more in order to create the results that you want. And more feels impossible when you are just trying to survive your life as it is. But hard work is different. Hard work is intentional. Hard work is necessary. And if you want to create change, you want hard work. The things you are doing or not doing, the words that you are speaking to yourself, the way that you feel right now is creating your current reality. Anything outside of any of the stuff that you are doing or thinking or feeling right now is going to feel like hard work, but only in the short term. The more that you show up ready and willing to do the hard work, the easier it becomes. And eventually it becomes who you are and what you do. It becomes easy. But this time, the easy of your life feels good. You feel proud. It inspires you to do more. Don't be afraid of the hard work. The hard work is for you. It's for your future. It's for the woman you want to be. The hard work is what creates the habits, the confidence, the balance, the life that you love. When you are doing it because you want to do it, it doesn't feel like hard work. When you go from working hard to being willing to do the hard work, you create more space in your day. You find yourself with more time and more energy because you're no longer spending it spinning your wheels, spiraling in self-doubt, beating yourself up, telling yourself it's not enough or that you're failing at everything. When you go from working hard to being willing to do the hard work, you give yourself permission to slow down, to prioritize, to intentionally focus your time and your energy. And at the end of the day, you feel used up in the best of ways, knowing that you gave that day your all, instead of feeling drained, exhausted, and defeated at the end of the day. I have experienced this in my life 10 times over. It's why now I can be married with 2 kids and various activities. I can own my own business. I can coach more and more clients every week. I can be the PTA president at my kids' school and still have time to work out, to read, to clean the house, to organize my closets, to go out with my friends pretty much anytime that they ask, because I'm no longer spending my time and my energy in the spiral, in the spinning of my wheels. It's why I rarely feel run down. Of course, I do sometimes. I am human. But when I do, I honor my body and the rest that it needs. But feeling run down, exhausted, and defeated by life is not my norm. And it doesn't have to be yours either. I am not a unicorn in which this applies only to me. I have seen it over and over and over again with my clients. They have gone from thinking that they don't have any time to put themselves first to finding time to take care of themselves and realizing that they have more to give to others. They have gone from feeling like they have tried everything and nothing works to slowing down, being willing to do the hard work, finding what works for them, and making decisions that once felt like hard work. And now they're finding that they feel easy because they have just become a part of who they are. If you find that you are constantly telling yourself that it's too hard, you're doing so much, you've tried everything and nothing works, nothing you do is good enough, you're working so hard and you're not seeing results. If you feel exhausted all of the time, if you feel like you are failing at everything, if you feel frustrated or defeated or drained, most likely you're stuck in a cycle of working hard. It's time to get yourself out. It's time to slow yourself down. It's time to quiet your inner mean girl and show up with intention and purpose. It's time to create the habits, the confidence, the balance, and the life that you want and deserve. It's time to do it in a way that works for you and your life, because this time it's going to last. You're going to see it all the way through. It's going to become who you are and what you do. As I enter this new mastermind with my coach, I am looking forward to the hard work because I see what's on the other side. This newest version of me that I felt as soon as I submitted that application and then as soon as I submitted the payment for this feels like home. It feels like the version of me that I always envisioned, that I finally allowed myself to believe was a possibility. And now I'm making it a reality. If you are ready to connect with the woman you want to be too, let's go. Join me in Confident Mind and Body. Let's do the hard work together. And let's blow our minds with what we are capable of. All right, my friends, that is all for this week. Be willing to do the hard work, knowing what is waiting for you on the other side. If you are ready to quiet your inner mean girl, I invite you to join me inside Confident Mind and Body, my private coaching program, where you will learn to quiet your inner mean girl and create the habits, the confidence, and the life that you love. Just visit wellnesswithabbych.com and schedule a free consultation.